Hi, welcome back to Ideas Box, and if this is your first time here, then thanks for dropping by. I'm Jimmy, and today's video is another in my series of workshop hints, with another 3 ideas to add to the list. They're easy enough to do, and though I'm not a genius, I do have the occasional good idea which I like to share. Anywho, let's get into it. I've got this wood saw that I use in my workshop. It's not the best one I've got. It's quite a good one. It's fine just for cutting pieces, just for doing bits and pieces around the barbecue area or something flash like that. I do have a nicer one in my woodwork tools cabinet, but I've lost the little tooth cover. I'm not sure where, I can't find it, so I'm going to make another one, and it's really simple. It takes about 10 seconds, and I'll show you how to do that. A while ago I made this cutter for cutting 19mm 3/4 inch garden tubing. You see there's a Stanley knife blade in there that's been angled at a slight angle, and obviously it goes in that side just to save any confusion. So you clamp that in the vise. You have to clamp it that way so that it holds the blade, stops the blade from slipping. Then you just simply put that in. You pull it through, and then you get your saw, slide that on, and there you go. There's your tooth guard for your wood saw. That simple. So there's your tooth guard for your wood saw. Like I bought one. Nice and easy. And this comes in handy for slotting 19mm poly pipe if you need to make, if you've got a penetration or a hole through a piece of corrugated iron and you want to line the edges of it, you just slot this and just sit it around the outside edge. You could make another one too for garden hose, because garden hose is quite good for making edges on cut pieces of tin. But as we've got stacks of this, and it's been used before, so it's got holes in it. So we've got stacks of this lying around, so I just make them out of that. There you go, 5-minute saw guard. One note about making these is I didn't use a 19mm hole saw or a 19mm spade bit to make that hole. I used a 7/8, which is the next one I've got up, which is 22.2, I think, millimeters. Because if you actually do a 19mm hole, this stuff, if it's not perfectly round, has a bit of a struggle to get it through that hole. And to be honest, a millimetre gap either side is probably exactly what you want, really, millimetre or so. So yes, you angle the blade slightly back, clamp it in the vise that way so the blade doesn't slip, put your tubing in. Once it comes through, you pull it through from the other side. Try to pull it nice and straight so it doesn't spiral. With longer lengths that's a bit difficult, but you can do it if you try. And short lengths it's actually very easy. So there you go, that's how you make a poly pipe slicer. I got this welding jacket because I got in trouble when I went for my skin checks. All these little white spots are burns from MIG welding. So I treated myself to a welding jacket, and every now and again when you put it on, you're not paying attention to what you're doing. You put it on crooked, and the buttons, and so it'll be kind of crooked like that, like a 6-year-old who was allowed to leave the house after dressing himself. So what I did was 2 permanent marker marks. So they go together. Then you do the rest. And that's your jacket done up. Nice and straight, nice and even. You don't look like some knucklehead who can't dress himself.
If you store things in plastic tubs, slip a piece of paper in there with a list, so you don't have to go ferreting through there to find what you're looking for. I know what's in that tub because I've written it all on a piece of paper. I'm not a genius, but I think of the occasional thing to make my life easier.
Okay, thanks for watching. I hope at least one of these ideas helps you out. Make sure to click like and subscribe, and don't forget that notification bell too. Well, I reckon that's it for today, so bye for now.